So Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is the sequel to Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which most people don't know this, is a remake of Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. So now Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is a remake of Battle to the Planet of the Apes, and I am so confused. I think a lot of people were surprised at how actually really good Rise of the Planet of the Apes was. It's rebooting the series from the very beginning, and this movie is a continuation of Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's been like 10 years, and 90% of the human population is just he's gone. We have mostly been wiped off the planet by disease, and the apes are out in the woods living in their own little colonies and just having a nice peaceful time. And then they run into those dumb humans with their stupid guns. When will we learn? The last little colony of these humans, led by Jason Clarke and Gary Oldman, they're just desperate and they're just trying to survive. They're trying to make their way to this dam that's out in the woods so that they can use it to power their city. So they have to try to make peace with the apes, but the apes don't really trust the humans because, well, why would they? So you've got Caesar. He's the lead ape, and he's returning from the first movie. James Franco did not come back for this movie because, I don't know, insert joke here. Caesar is a good ape. He's trying to find a way to resolve this as peacefully as he can. But then you've got this other ape named Koba, and he has been tortured by humans. He doesn't trust them at all, and he just wants war. Ultimately, if you know this story, you know that things are probably not going to end so well for the humans. This movie starts off really intense, and it's a much darker film than the first one. Even so, I think I like this one actually a lot more. It has a lot of the same beats, and it deals with a lot of the same themes. But that's one thing that makes these movies resonate. I mean, it's a science fiction story about talking apes, but they use that as a platform to talk about issues like war, racism, peace, and this movie really pulls that off fantastically. I mean, at one point you've got apes riding around on horses, firing guns, so clearly this is a touch silly. But they handle it in such a serious and intense way that it really works. It's a very tightly written movie. There were points where I thought I knew where it was going, and then it would surprise me with something new. Andy Serkis, who is like the king of motion capture, plays Caesar, and his performance is awesome. It really comes through just like it always does. In fact, pretty much all the actors that play apes in the movie do really great work. The only thing I'd say is that the human characters don't really shine quite as bright as the apes do. Gary Oldman's role isn't really that large, though it is pretty significant. And he's great in it, but let's face it, it's Gary Oldman. Who thinks he's awesome? Everyone! Exactly. It may not be the perfect summer movie, like I said, it's really dark, but that's actually more what I liked about it. It gives some great emotional moments, and there's a lot of great action and suspense. In fact, this is one of the more enjoyable movies I've seen all year, and maybe my favorite movie of the summer, so I'm gonna give it an A. I'm sure there's an Andy Serkis ape joke I could make somewhere in here. Just show another Gary Oldman clip.
You see how I did that? That's called acting. Do you feel the emotion?